Subscribe for the very latest.
Play it, Daddy.
Core Room, more than a podcast.
Oh, it's gonna be one of them days today. I already see the internet issues.
Yeah, I see it.
I see it on my end. But you know what?
Internet.
We gonna roll with it. It's the one and only. It's one and only Core Room. Yeah, that internet. I see it on my end. But we gonna hold it down. Man. Shout out to everybody logging in, streaming, just chatting with us. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the comments, we appreciate y'all. Yeah.
I just had to say
it. Sorry. It's AT&T. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But yeah, thank y'all for watching the maturation of the Core Room. You know what I'm saying? How we've grown, how we changed. It took a lot for us to get this far, man. But we out here. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we gonna keep it moving, man. We got the homie Chuck in the building. So we got the visionary Walt, the man that can write things and he thinks it and it appears on paper. It's the greatest trick in the world, man. I don't know how he does it, and it's just genius. Just images on paper is crazy, man. You got the one and only TRM, aka Criminologist, aka Professor of Criminology. My favorite person. You know what I'm saying?
Fast joint fire.
Right. Hey, listen, man. Hey, yes, I got a feeling these tracks are going to be these tracks that Trem is creating are going to be somewhere different in the near future. Man. So y'all get familiar. Get familiar, man. We you know what I'm saying? We out here. We out here. So
shout out a little something.
Yeah, man. We in the building, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. We gonna get this cracking. So before we get to our first topic, now we gonna get into some sports, man. It's a couple of things I've been meaning to talk to y'all about. One thing that before we logged in today, I was watching a clip from Gil Arenas. Shout out to Gil. Gil is that guy. I love Gil. They out of here. Like, Gil is the only show, and I've watched a lot of sports shows, but that's the only show that I can sit down and every time I watch it, I learn something about sports. Like I learned something different, and their perspective is crazy, right? You know how Gil get down. Gil's crazy. He's no ESPN guy. Let's just say that, right? But anyway, they were talking about the new USA team. They already picked I think they selected the core of it. And the question, am I lagging to y'all? I'm good.
Slightly.
Well, you good. You can keep rocking
on. Okay.
Yeah, it catches up.
Okay. So the question that they had is if JA Morant didn't get hurt, would he make the USA team? If JA Morant did not get hurt. Now, here's the thing. Is his image versus skill set, right? Because we all know Ja could ball. Yeah, he got a wicked shot. You know what I'm saying? He like to test a shot. Wow.
Yo.
But let me ease up on that type of talk, because we starting to get a little, we rising up in these little in YouTube a little bit. So I gotta watch what I say.
Want to stay monetized around
here. Right, exactly. But the question is, and this is just a sidebar before we get into what we need to talk about. I cannot believe my internet is acting like this. Is crazy. But do y'all think he would make the USA team?
Skill wise, yeah, but it comes into question about his image, like you were saying before. I don't know if they would have looked past that, but I mean, I think if they were just going off of skill, yeah, I think it would have.
What you think?
I'm not super concerned about the image thing. I'm more concerned about the basketball point. From my point of view, because I know most of the team. When LeBron said he was going, right? When LeBron said he was going, that I know that a lot of the older, really good players want to go. So I'm thinking about backcourt. So I'm thinking about Steph and Curry. I'm thinking about Damian Lillard. I'm thinking about Kyrie Irving. I'm thinking, is there a place for Ja Morant? And honestly, so I'm looking at it from that point of view. If I'm the coach, I'm not saying that Ja's not good enough. I'm just saying that there are players who have played USA basketball, who know USA basketball, and you want the most cohesive, vetted team, because this is gonna be LeBron's last one if he goes. So I'm thinking about it that way. I'm not saying that Ja isn't good enough or he can't play. I'm just saying that tailored to the guys who said they were gonna go, and if you just think off top, LeBron, KD, I want Steph in the backcourt. I don't want. It's not that Ja can't do it, but I would rather Steph in the backcourt. Off my bench, like it's really pickings right there. But he could, but I'd rather have Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving. I'd rather have them players over John Morant. As far as the image thing, I think it would be really good for him, honestly. I think being around the vets and all that kind of stuff, like playing for Team USA, like I feel like he would grow up like a lot.
Clean up his image a lot for what he got right now.
I think it would be really good for him in that aspect. And just speaking on a purely basketball kind of thing, I'm kind of like, I'd rather these guys than this guy. That's all.
Very, very, very. Because you know what's crazy? I did not hear anybody really get into it like that when it came to talking about that. Like, will they really mesh together? You know what I mean? Like, is it something that really will connect? You know, will they connect with each other? You know, Chuck, what you think, bro? What you think? Are you really concerned? Does it really matter?
To be honest, I think Walt bring up a great point as far as the fit on the court. Or maybe just the team in general, because I think because Ja is such a ball dominant guard who pretty much has everything tailored around him. Either he would have to technically adjust his game to a certain extent, because when you start talking about the Olympics and playing, other teams, especially in European teams, that they play a different style of basketball that's going to really alter that. So, but I think if he was able to actually make the team, I think it would be actually great on both ends, as far as off the court, maybe have these kind of conversations and get some gems from the older guys, and on the court be able to say, all right, maybe I can add this component to my game, or see everybody else's game up close and personal, and start maybe adding different nuances to it. 'Cause I think Ja Morant's game has so much growth left in it. And I think I don't think he's been necessarily forced to make, to have his game adapt. And I think in that environment, I think that will push it. So it's unfortunate he's hurt, because I think he would have been, good enough from a statistical standpoint this year to at least be in a consideration. But yeah, I think Ja, once he gets back on the court, he gets healthy, I think he's, will be fine. But I do wish he was on the Olympics team just for that, because I watched who was that documentary where even like the 08 team, was it 08 or the 12 team, where with Kobe and they D-Wade, Melo, even Bron start picking up those habits. They see Kobe, up in the gym at 4 a.m, and he done worked out twice before they even get breakfast. Those kind of habits, start to like spark, their people's brain. Like, what? I might need to start doing it. If I'm going to get to this elite status, this is what it's going to take. And you can start seeing those habits up close in person versus through hearsay. So yeah, but that's my thoughts on Ja Morant.
All right. Well, I mean, I just wanted to ask y'all, because I figured, I was like, you know what? Maybe, I don't know. I just wanted to hear y'all thoughts on that. So listen, this has been on my mind too for a while. Am I lagging? Am I good? Is that better?
You good? You good?
All right. Because I switched internet while y'all was talking. So, all right. So this has been on my mind for a little bit. So I want to talk about this guy. Man. I want to talk about this guy right here. Kobe Bryant.
Deeper than rap, graffiti, break dancing, DJ and B-boy stance, MCing. I harness those artifacts, collecting data of the transitions like an almanac. Hip-hop ain't dead, these young boys different, adapting. Over time, every day the world's spinning. Let's celebrate the fact we still winning, we global. Kids from the project became moguls. Real to real track boards to Pro Tools, vinyls, cassettes, and the tape decks, CDs. Now you can stream your music to the consumer direct and get most of the check. I'm noble. And with that, I gotta respect that you ain't gotta accept it. You can ride and get left, yo. Bars beyond ground level.